KD9MED, KD9MED, K9RFD. Good evening, Mike. How is my signal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I just wanted to let you know, we might have good band conditions tonight. When I was monitoring the 3.9 repeater here in Freeport, I heard another repeater go off on that frequency. So we just, I'll just let everybody know what the PL for this repeater, and anybody can check in. So just to let you know, we'll be calling to that here in exactly 4 minutes. K9G sharp. We'll be clear. We'll be standing by for the next. KD9MED, KD9MED, K9RFD. Start recording.
Oh yeah, hey Jimmy, we're live streaming. Go for it. Looks good too.
Okay, sounds good, thanks. The Friday Night Fun Net is on the air. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located here in Freeport. I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, have fun. This is what this hobby of amateur radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is to provide an on-air meeting place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a PL 114.8 minus offset. You need to have that programmed into your radio in order to have access to the repeater. Before I continue, I just want to let everybody know we may have good band conditions tonight. So anybody who's listening on another 6-1 repeater in Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, or Iowa, you're welcome to check into the Friday Night Fun Net. Again, this repeater has a PL 114.8 minus offset. This repeater is located in Rockford, Illinois. So everybody's welcome to check in. Okay. For those of you who may be using older radios that do not have PL capability, or the PL in your radio is not working properly, you can check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Use the repeater output frequency of the straight 610 simplex. If I hear you, I will excuse me. If I hear you, I will nod you and check you in the net. And also, this net is being live streamed around the world on the Friday Night Fun Net Central. Let's do that again. This net is being live streamed around the world via the internet. Mike, K9MED down in Rochelle, Illinois, is live streaming this net on the internet. Those of you who wish to check in via the internet, check in like you would usually do with Mike at K9MED, and he in turn will relay your internet check-in to me via the radio. Let me reset. Told you there might be another repeater. Listen, I think I heard another ID go off. Okay, if you're out in the sticks, you can hear the repeater, but you can't get to it. If you don't have internet access, or if you're not able to hear the repeater, you're too far away from it, or the conditions are not good, just give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net's Central Hotline. That's area code 815-232-FN-FN, 232-3636, the local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check in on the radio if at all possible. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take short time on mobile stations. If you have family time, you're concentrating, you're driving, or if you have got something else going on, but you can't stay for the net, we'll take your short time on mobile check-in. If you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. After that, we'll take general check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins from northern Illinois. Next, we'll take general check-ins from southern Wisconsin. After that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. When you check in the net, state whether or not you have traffic. Your traffic consists of bike rides, marathons, breakfast, and ham fests. By the way, if you're going out to the Boone County Fair, take your HT with you. If you have a chance to get on the Ferris wheel and get to the top, you can check into the net that way using your HT. Okay, we're going to do our regular features that we do. We're going to do W9UIJ Carl's Corner in honor of our late great friend and colleague Carl Larson, W9UIJ. He ran a couple of tech nets way back several years ago, and he always read stuff from different magazines about propagation theory and electrical principles and what have you. Are you having a problem with your amplifier or your power supply? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to get, a mobile or base or what have you? If you have any technical questions, please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. We did have a technical question last week. Also now, we'll do with the W9 Gene Duncan DX Corner in honor of our late great friend and colleague, Gene Duncan, W9GD, the king of DX. Every time you check this net, you always have a DX report. Then we'll do our SWAT net. You have any items to buy, sell, trade, or want related to hobbies, ramps, radio, or computers, we'll do that. We had SWAT net traffic last week. The topic: what kind of car are you driving now, and what kind of car did you drive back when you were in high school? And we're doing this in honor of our annual cruise night, which takes place in downtown Freeport tomorrow afternoon and evening. Okay, we had 32 check-ins last week. We had the net lasted for 2 hours and 5 minutes, same amount of time as we did 2 weeks ago. We'll see how long we go, and we'll see how many check-ins we get. Okay, with all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short-time or mobile stations that like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
N9GBP, Greg in Rockford. Short time, no traffic.
KD9HKX, Larry in Roscoe. Short time, no traffic.
Short time, no traffic.
Okay, I got 3 stations checked in. N9GBP, Greg and Robert, I've got you checked in. You are welcome to recheck in during the night if your situation allows it. And thanks for checking in. K9HKX, Larry and Roscoe, I've got you checked in. Thanks for checking in. If the situation allows, you're always welcome to recheck in the net. And Mike, AA9VU, I recognize your voice, but you were transmitting at the same time that Larry K9HKX was. But I got your last part of your transmission. I got you checked in, Mike. Have a good evening, and thanks for checking in. Do we have any more stations, short time or mobile stations, like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KC9GCR, this is W9JTC. Gonna check in short time tonight, Jimmy. Have a great net, sir. No traffic. Over.
Okay, W9JTC, Jamie and Robert, I've got you checked in. We'll get back to you in a few minutes. You're welcome to check in. Now, there was another station trying to check in. Other station, let's come on back, please.
Kilo Delta 9, Quebec, Victor Bravo, Brian and Roscoe. Short time, no traffic.
K9QVB, Brian and Roscoe. Got you checked in, Brian. Have a good evening. We haven't heard from you in a while. And thank you for checking in. You're always welcome to recheck in if your situation allows. Thanks for checking in. Any more short-time or mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9EPZ, checking in short time, but I'll be back. I just wanted to make sure I was on the roster in case I fell asleep.
Okay, K9EPZ, Al, Don, Rochelle. Okay, Al, got you checked in. Night watch came in beautiful last night, Al. I was even able to check in. Thanks very much, Al, for checking in. You're welcome. You're always welcome to recheck in, too. Okay. Any more short-time or mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KC9GCR, KC9UQL, short time, no traffic.
K9UQL, Scott and Maso, Wisconsin, formerly of Roscoe, Illinois. I've got you checked in, Scott. You have a good evening, and thank you for checking in. You're welcome to recheck in. If not, we'll catch you on the Green County Net this coming Sunday night. Thank you for checking in. Any more short-time or mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KC9QPL, Paul and Nose Park. Short time, no traffic.
This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transferring from Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. KC9QPL, Paul from Lost Park. We've got you checked in, Paul. You 7-3s, you have a good evening, and thank you for checking in. Are there any more short-time or mobile stations in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
K9KCT, short time.
K9KZT, Larry in Rockford, the king of CW. He has a cold practice Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursday nights, immediately following the respective the 7 o'clock nets. Okay, Larry, I've got you checked in. You have a good evening. I will not be able to catch the rag chew net tomorrow night. I'll be downtown Freeport for a cruise night. I'll take my HT. I'll try to listen, but I won't be able to check in. So, okay. Thanks for checking in, Larry. Hopefully the rag chew net goes well tomorrow night. Okay, oh boy. Any more short-time mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on. Okay, we had 9 short-time stations check in, so that's pretty good. So, okay, hopefully these stations are always welcome to recheck in the net. And that's right, the rah-rah Zoom meeting is taking place. So this might be a slow net until they get done with the meeting. I forgot about that. Okay, at this time, I will take general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net. I'll take general check-ins for Northern Illinois, the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call.
KD9MED, Gary in Rockford. The rah-rah Zoom meeting is completed.
K9MED, okay, Carrie, in Rockford, thanks for letting me know the meeting is over with. Hopefully there was a good turnout. Well, you can let us know later on here. So thanks for checking. We'll get back to you in a few minutes with your DX report. So, okay. Any more general check-ins for Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
Kilo Bravo 9, Sugar Victor, Mike and Roscoe. No traffic.
K9SSV, Mike and Roscoe. Got you checked in, Mike. I'll get back to you in a few minutes around there. Thanks for checking in. There was another station trying to check in at the same time. Other station, come back, please.
AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe.
AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe. Got you checked in, Tom. I'll get back to you in a few minutes around there. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois, the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on. Okay, one more time. Any stations from Northern Illinois would like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9MED.
K9MED. Let's do that. KD9MED. Mike and Rochelle. Got you checked in, Mike. We'll get back to you in a few minutes round table, and we'll get, let me know if we have any internet check-ins. So, I got the feeling we might have a big night tonight, check-in-wise. We'll just see what happens. Thanks for checking, Mike. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, this is K9G Sharon, net control of the Friday Night Fun Net, and check myself in. Okay, no further check-ins from Northern Illinois. Let's see how many checks we can get from Southern Wisconsin. 8 stations in Southern Wisconsin would like to check the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now.
KC9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin.
K9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin. Okay, Norm, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin, the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Well, you know what night it is. It's Friday Night Fish Night in Wisconsin. Everybody's at their favorite bar, restaurant, or tavern eating their catfish, buffalo, carp, northern pike, walleye, muskie, crappie, and those of you in the Milwaukee area, you need your Polish sausages, hot dogs, brats, kielbasa, and Braunschweiger. Of course, your cheese lovers will eat some of that famous Wisconsin cheese. Okay, at this time, I will take check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Day. Please go on. Okay, we've no more check-ins so far. Well, we're in the traffic portion now. Our cruise night is going to be taking place tomorrow from 4 p.m. until 9 p.m. in downtown Freeport. They're going to have a car show. They're going to display cars from the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. And later on, they're going to have a live band. They're going to have food vendors, knickknacks, and what have you. There's going to be a burnout contest at 7 o'clock, and the cruise itself will actually start at 7 o'clock. It's going to go on. It's going to go all over Freeport. So that's what's going to take place tomorrow night. That's my traffic. Does anybody else have any traffic you'd like to pass along? Please go ahead. Okay, let's go ahead with W9UIJ Carl's Corner. This is in honor of our late great friend and colleague Carl Larson, W9GD. He used to host a couple of tech nets several years ago on the 443.750 repeater here in Freeport, and then in later years on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe, Wisconsin. He also read a lot of stuff about propagation theory, electrical principles from different ham radio publications. This is our technical, this is our tech portion. Does anybody have, are you having a problem with your amplifier or power supply? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to get? This is our TechNet portion. Do you have any technical questions? We'll do our best to answer them for you, like we did last week. Does anybody have any technical questions they'd like to bring before the net? Okay, no technical questions. We'll move ahead to the W9 Gene Duncan DX Corner. In honor of our late great friend and colleague Gene Duncan, W9GD, the king of DX. Every time you check the set, you always have a DX report to pass along. Does anybody have any DX reports that they'd like to pass along at this time? Okay, well, I have a DX report on system fusion. A few days ago, I made a contact with a station over in Wales. I don't know, I didn't write down his call, but one of our local AM operators, Dave, N9DLB, has a system fusion node set up on 145.645, the simplex. You can make a lot of contacts with a lot of the stations. And I talked to a station down in Florida and several other parts of the U.S. on this Yaesu FTM 100. Okay, that's my DX report. Terry, K9MED, do you have anything? Do you have a DX report this week?
This is KD9MED. Thank you, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. Well, for me, this was a tough week for international DX. The best I can give you, Saturday morning on 15 meters, I worked JA9FFS and JM3UGA in Japan. But Japan's actually kind of easy. I've got over 100 confirmed Japanese contacts. That's the best that I could do this week. Brief reset. From Monday through today, I can hear them, but my signals just aren't skipping over the ocean for some reason. I don't get spotted outside of North America. And I look at the space weather, and it doesn't look that bad to me, but oh well. I was hoping Greg would be here to see if he had any better luck. One more thing, brief reset. Jimmy, that System Fusion node is 145.645, and you say that's a simplex, but you don't know the call sign. And do you need a radio, a digital radio, to do that System Fusion thing, or can just a plain old analog radio like this bow thing do it?
K9G, sure, yeah, the QSL, carry 145.645. This is simplex frequency. Dave, in November 9, Delta Lima Bravo, has that set up. 145.645 simplex, and yes, you do have to have a Yaesu, like either an FTM 100 or whatever other Yaesu radio which does the System Fusion. Yeah, you got to have that one.
Okay, well, I'll update our list of local repeaters to include that one. So thanks for bringing it to our attention. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Do they come in nice and clear, easy to hear?
Oh yeah, they sound just like a local here. You bet. Any station, like here in the States or in the UK or several other stations. Last week I talked to a station over in Serbia. Oh yeah, that digital System Fusion is just absolutely beautiful, Kerry. You wouldn't believe it. You'd have to hear it to believe it.
Well, that's the thing about digital technology over analog technology. It has the error correction capability, so that even if part of the signal is corrupted or lost, it can reconstruct it, and it can make a corrupted voice sound brand new. All right. Well, that's good. I learned something tonight. Thanks a lot, Jimmy. KD9MED.
Thanks, you bet. I don't know where you can get a hold. If you want, you can get a hold of Dave NIDLB, probably on the internet or something like that. There. Sometimes I talk to him on the 3.9 repeater. They're new. Also, George N9WSQ, our club president, has his own repeater out in Dakota, Illinois. It was linked with Wires X, but it's off the air now. I don't know when you'll get it back on the air, so just for your information.
Okay, I found his QRZ.com page, and I found his own personal web page. I assume that the antenna for the repeater is located in Freeport.
George's repeater is actually at Dakota, Illinois. The antenna. It's on a farm just outside of Dakota, Illinois. He used to work for that. He used to drive truck for many years there. That's where his repeater is located. In fact, the antenna is 210 feet in the air. It's on top of a tall silo there at that farm.
Well, geez, with that kind of height, I can probably work it from here. I'll have to get one of those fancy digital radios to do that. KD9MED.
Yeah, that's also that's a System Fusion repeater. You can it works on analog and digital too.
Okay, I'll after I log off here with the net, I'll go over there and see if I can click it.
Okay, I don't know if anybody's monitoring that repeater or not, but it's 147.300, 147.300. That has a PL of 88.5. Plus offset, 8.5 plus offset.
QSL.
Okay, thanks, Gary, for checking in there. Okay, and giving us your DX report. Does anybody else have any DX reports they'd like to pass along at this time?
AC9NW.
AC K9NW. Okay, Tom and Roscoe. Okay, go ahead. What do you got for us?
Well, it's not a real long distance, but it's an interesting one. I've worked quite a few times. This afternoon I contacted Stanley up on Stanley Island in Ontario, and it's an interesting station because he's on an island that's off-grid. He has no landline, no cell phone, no internet, no electricity. He's just got his own power supply with solar and wind, and his only contact with the outside world is radio. AC9NW, back to net.
I have somebody else told me, I don't know if it was last year or when, but somebody mentioned about that ham on Stanley Island. I don't know if it was Kerry K9MED or who it was, but yeah, I had heard about that station. I hope he's got plenty of foodstuffs and what have you, or drinks or refreshments to last of my lifetime, if you will.
In the summertime, he can get around, get back and forth to land and get, by boat. But wintertime, I guess it gets kind of interesting. I don't know if he has a snowmobile or not, but he's pretty much isolated there during the winter. AC9NW.
Okay, Tom Roscoe, AC9NW, thanks for that DX report. So that sounds great. Anybody else have any DX reports you'd like to pass along? Okay. Tell you what I'm going to do. Just a minute here. I got to do this. In honor of our late great friend and colleague, Gene Dunwington, W9G. I'm gonna check him. I'm gonna put him down. W9AXD. I'll put a little HD for honorary checking. That call is now held by Gary in Crystal Lake. Was formerly KD9FML. But he got the W9GD's old call there, so okay. I guess that's the end of the DX report, so let's move on to the swap net. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be related to hobbies of ramp trading or computers. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be the property of or in possession of the person who wants to get rid of stuff. I mean, mention price over the air, but any handling should take place either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does anybody have any swap net traffic they'd like to pass along? Okay, there being no swap net traffic, before we get on to the roundtable here, are there any more stations who would like to check into the Friday night fun net? What's route traffic? Please call K9 GCR.
KD9NKC, Toby in Rockford.
K9NKC, Toby and Rockford. I've got you checked in. Toby will get back to you a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more stations want to check in? Please call now. Okay, let's go ahead with the roundtable. What kind of car are you driving now, and what kind of car did you drive back in your high school days? We're doing this in honor of our annual cruise night here in Freak. Stand by, hotline.
Well, good evening, Gary. Happy Friday, K9MED.
Here's 68 degrees. We're up by the roads.
Well, then it's a fantastical night to spend out at the campsite, so to speak. Yes, it is. Hardly believe that it's state fair time and the temperature's this cool.
This is K9 GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater. We're transferring for Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. That was John. case I am DDF in Elgin, Illinois. He's not able to hear the repeater tonight. So he checked in via the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. Okay, as I was saying, what kind of car are you driving now, and what kind of car did you drive back when you were in high school? This is in honor of our annual cruise night, which takes place in downtown Freeport tomorrow evening from 4 to 9 p.m. Okay, Jerry, K9MED. Well, of course, I had the pleasure of riding in your car last year, and when you brought me home from the CFMC Hamfest. What kind of car is it, and what kind of car did you drive back when you were in high school?
Not. This is KD9MED. I am currently driving the 2012 Hyundai Accent. That's my second Accent. I buy them because they have the 100K warranty, which they do honor. I'm very happy to say, and I wish all the car companies had a warranty like that. Brief reset?
Yeah, open it.
I grew up in Chicago. We didn't have any need for a car. They have a very comprehensive public transit system there. I moved to Rockford, and I got a car when I was 20 for the first time, learned how to drive. It was a 1963 Mopar, a Valiant, with a rotted out body. It cost $200, and it worked. KD9MED.
Exciting game.
That's great, Kerry, and that's great there. So yeah, CFMC Hamfest will be coming up next about a month and a half from now on the let's see, just a minute. Yeah, Sunday, September 26th. I think the gates open at 6 a.m. and the building is open at 8 a.m. I think I heard from what I understand, it's going to be at $8 advance to tickets. I'm sure Richard, N9CO, will fill us in the coming weeks about more information about that. Okay, thanks for checking in there, Terry. KD9SSV, Mike and Roscoe. What kind of car are you driving now? What kind of car did you drive back when you were in high school?
The field day junior high team.
Very good, Jim. KB9SSV. Yeah, driving a 2016 Rogue right now, Nissan Rogue. And got that new. I was working out in Skokie, and I needed something that was halfway decent on gas. I think it's about 30 miles to the gallon. And even though I'm retired, I'm so glad it gets that with the gas prices. Brief reset.
Fifth grade, catch some,
And see, back in the day, it actually had two cars. It had a 1959 DeSoto and a 1963 Chevy Bel Air. I'm working on them both all the time. There's always something breaking on them. I think the DeSoto I paid $50 for, and the Bel Air I want to say $150. But hey, that's what you got. Back in the day, we did a little work on them, and I can remember more parts on them cars than I can of my wife, and she don't really like that, but it's the way I'm built, I guess. Back to net.
that 2 meters is wide open again to see.
Okay, sounds good. My mom and dad bought a 58 Chevrolet Bel Air. We bought it at a little car place in Rock City, Illinois. John Pila Chevrolet or some there. We used to sell different kinds of cars there. I'll tell you what, you go to these small towns like Oregon or what have you there, or Loves Park or Durand or what have you. I think you get a better deal from them than you do in the cities there at your dealerships there. So, okay, thanks. Thanks for checking into the Friday Night Fun up there, Mike. Okay, H9NW, Tom and Roscoe. What kind of car are you driving now? What did you drive back in high school?
The car I drive now is a 20-year-old Subaru Forester, and it just keeps running and running, so I don't see a need to replace it. And in high school, I didn't have a car. I couldn't afford one. I had to, after I graduated, I had to work a couple months, walk to work for a couple months until I saved up money for a car, and I bought a 49 Chevy Coupe, a C9NW back to net.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. Okay, thanks for checking in and for your comments there. So okay, let's go ahead. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun. By the way, KD9MED, Mike. What kind of car are you driving now, and what did you drive back in high school?
Hey Jimmy, just real quick, I got an internet check-in. It's Patrick, Foxtrot, Niner, Sierra Delta.
Okay. As Tony at K9RFD always said, keep finding 9 silver dollars. That's how that was his nickname for Pat's call. Okay, Pat, I know you're listening. We've got you checked in. Okay, thanks. Okay, well, what are you driving now? What did you drive back in high school?
Well, this is an interesting story because back in high school, really couldn't afford a car, so I had to borrow my mom's Honda Accord. It was a '79 Honda Accord, and that car absolutely was in the worst shape. You wouldn't even believe it. It was so rusty. When you opened the door, the frame would droop. Brief reset. So after the Honda, I kind of vowed, this is way back in the 80s, I vowed I'd never touch another Honda again. I couldn't believe the quality of it. It was horrible. So I drove around in a Blazer and all other kinds of cars, Saturns, everything like that. And then one day, one of my daughter's friends come rolling up in a Honda Civic, I think, with nearly as many miles as my Blazer, like well over 200,000 miles. Reset here again. And I was actually quite surprised at how good the Honda was holding up. So I'm like, my Blazer is literally falling apart to pieces. Almost got 280,000 miles on it, so I sprung for another Honda, believe it or not, after I vowed never to touch one. Actually, I'm quite pleased with it. So got myself a little Honda Fit now. Does real good. Almost 47 miles a gallon at times.
Well, that's good. That's good to hear. I'm glad you're happy with your vehicle, what have you. Okay, Mike. Thanks for your comment, and keep those internet check-ins coming. Let me know if you get any more. Thanks for taking in. K9G Sierra Net Control the Friday Night Fun. Unfortunately, I was not able to. I'm not able to drive because of my disability. But I'll tell you what. My mom and dad had a lot of cars over the years. I remember my dad, when I was a little kid, they had an old Model A4 from way back in the 1930s. He rode that a few times. Then he had an old Plymouth from back in the 1940s. Then he bought oh boy, he bought an old Chevrolet. Then of course I mentioned about the 1958 Chevrolet Bel Air that had, and Mom and Dad both. They had both cars, and my sister, after she graduated from high school, she got a 1955 Chevy with it was a brown two-tone, white over brown, the four-door, a radio heater, what have you. Then later on, my dad got that car. That was his pride and joy. It could be, we had a shed there where we parked our cars there. We didn't have a regular garage. It could be 20 degrees below zero. and that 55 Chevy would pop off when it started, no problem whatsoever. Of course, there were times when the car wouldn't start, and he would get mad. Oh, he cussed up and down, and he said, "Oh, I wish I bought a Chevrolet pickup truck." But that was his pride and joy, that's for sure. Okay, let's go ahead. Norm, K9RGG. I don't mean to put you to sleep there. I hope you're still with us. What kind of car are you driving now? And what kind of car did you drive back when you were in high school?
KC9GCR, KC9RGG. Hey Jim, I'm not asleep yet. I guess it's about 8:41, so about 15 more minutes I'll hit the sack. You know I go to bed with the chickens. And I think they're to bed already. But anyway, the car that I'm driving right now is a Tesla Model 3, all electric. I like it very much. I plug it in here in the garage. I put a charge on it, and that charge lasts me for an entire week for the amount of driving that I do around here locally. And back in high school, I didn't have a car. That was, 1958 to 1962. But my mother used to let me drive her car once in a while. It was a 1940 Chevrolet. She bought it out of my uncle's estate for $35. And that was one heck of a car, running boards and everything, and the kids just loved it. So back to you, Jim, KC9GCR, KC9RGG.
Okay, those old cars were the best. They sure don't make them like they used to. That's for sure. Back in the day, you used to take your car to a garage and to a garage mechanic to get it fixed. Now, today you got to take it to a specialist. ain't that the way it goes? Okay, and Norm, thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. You have a good evening, and hit the sack. We'll talk to you next Friday night. Okay, KD9, NKC. Toby, what kind of car are you driving now, and what kind of car did you drive back when you were in high school?
KD9NKC. I am currently driving a 05 Toyota Tundra with 200,000 miles on it, and I had a 1973 F100 when I was in high school.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. Okay, Toby, hey, thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net and your comments there. That concludes my list. Do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time? If you're coming over for the Friday Night Fish Fry, Steak Fry, grocery shopping, or the show, if you're coming home from the Boone County Fair, I hope you had a good time there. By the way, the Peck Fair, Winnebago County Fair, starts next Wednesday. If you just turned your radio on or have been copying the mail for the last 45 minutes, this is your chance to check the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region. With drop traffic, please call K9GCR.
KC9GCR, here's N9 Chicago Northwestern, N9 CNW.
N9 CNW, N9 Chicago Northwestern. Oh, okay, Mark and Robert, got you checked in, Mark. In honor of our cruise night here in Freeport tomorrow night, we're talking about cars. What kind of car are you driving now? What kind of car did you drive back when you were in high school?
KC9GCR in the group, N9 CNW. Well, back in high school, I had a 63 Beetle. We used to load 5 or 6 of my friends in it and go down to Jerry's on East State and Fairview in Rockford here for lunch every day. So that was the best burger place there was in town at the time. Even better than a McDonald's or anything else. And today I drive a Chevy Trailblazer. I can get a lot more guys in the Chevy Trailblazer than we could pack into the Volkswagen Beetle. N9 C&W.
Okay, sounds good. Jerry's Hamburgers. We used to have one here in Freeport. We've eaten there a couple of times. It's where the Walgreens store is now. It's a few blocks down the street, down Galena from me there. So yeah, I was there today. I had to buy some toothpaste. So okay, sounds good. Okay, Mark, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net, letting them know about your kind of cars you are driving, used to drive, and we'll catch you down the long. Thanks for checking in. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
This is KD9GDY, Jim in Beloit.
KD9GDY, Jim in Beloit. Okay, Jim, got you checked in. What's going on with you? What kind of car are you driving now, and what kind of car did you drive back when you were in high school?
Jimmy, KD9GDY. Well, back in high school, I had a 66 Mustang, 66 Ford Mustang. It was a six-cylinder. I think it was a straight six, but I had split headers on it, so it sounded kind of nice. But it really was a kind of a dog. Anyway, and then I do want to add, I went and I got a 68 Camaro after that, and had that for quite a few years. But right now I'm driving, I'm actually driving the Silverado, which is a 2015 Silverado, and the YL's got the 21 Traverse. So, but I've been driving pickup trucks since '98, straight through. From 1998 on, I've been driving Silverados. So, back to net, KD9GDY.
Sounds good there, Jim. Thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net, and enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend, and you checked into the Health and Tech Night last night when Larry was doing his CW practice. Larry W. does a good job, and I know that you do too.
Jimmy, and I do want to remind if there are any SKCC members, Weekend Sprint is this weekend, starting tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. running to 7 p.m. on Sunday. So, Weekend Sprint for the SKCCers. Back to net, KD9GDY.
Thank you very much for that information, Jim. You enjoy your evening and have a good weekend. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Okay. Any more stations want to check in? Please call now. Okay, well, once again, anybody, this repeater is located in Rockford, Illinois. It has a PL of 114.8 minus offset. We'll take check-ins from anywhere in Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, Michigan, Iowa, or Minnesota. I guess we got some band conditions coming in tonight. So anybody else monitoring this repeater or this frequency, you're welcome to check in. Any more stations want to check in, please call now. Okay, this week in the mail, today I got the QST magazine for September, and I also got the CQ magazine for this month. There's a lot of interesting stuff and articles in there. Anybody wants to read them? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Friday Night Fun Net trivia. I am still using only the general and extra Q&A books. I'm still looking for the new ARRL Tech Q&A book. If anybody wishes to spend any money and get a copy of the new Tech Q&A book and mail it to me, my mailing address is 320 North Harlem Avenue, apartment 606, Freeport, Illinois 61032. Again, 320 North Harlem Avenue, apartment 606, Freeport, Illinois 61032. Also, I want to thank Kirk K9N for mailing me the copy of the Hamrag magazine. I got that this past Wednesday. There's a lot of good stuff, wonderful stuff in there. I know that Terry K9MED contributes a lot to that too. Okay, let's go ahead with the trivia segment. The general questions. One moment, please. Okay, here we go. Which of the following frequencies is in the general class portion of the 40-meter band in ITU Region 2? A, 7.250 megahertz. B, 7.500 megahertz. C, 40.200 megahertz. D, 40.500 megahertz. Which of the following frequencies is in the general class portion of the 40-meter band in ITU Region 2? A, 7.250 megahertz. B, 7.500 megahertz. C, 40.200 megahertz. D, 40.500 megahertz. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9MED is going to guess A, alpha.
You are correct, Gary. You are correct. Which of the following frequencies is in the general class portion of the 40-meter band in ITU Region 2? Correct answer is A, alpha, 7.250 megahertz. General class licensees have access to the following portions of the 40-meter band. 7.2025 to 7.125 megahertz on CW Rtty or data, and from 7.175 to 7.300 megahertz on CW phone image. 97.301D General Class License Manual, page 3-8. Okay. Okay. When must you add the special identifier AG after your call sign if you are a technician class licensee and have a certificate of successful completion of examination, CSCE, for general class operator privileges, but the FCC has not yet posted your upgrade on its website? A, whenever you operate using general class frequency privileges. B, whenever you operate on any amateur frequency. C, whenever you operate using technician frequency privileges. D, a special identifier is not required if your general class license application has been filed with the FCC. When must you add the special identifier AG after your call sign if you are a technician class licensee and have a certificate of successful completion of examination, CSCE, for general class operator privileges, but the FCC has not yet posted your upgrade on its website? A, whenever you operate using general class frequency privileges. B, whenever you operate on any amateur frequency. C, whenever you operate using a technician frequency privileges. D, a special identifier is not required if your general class license application has been filed with the FCC. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KB9SSV A alpha.
You are correct, Mike. You are correct. When must you add the special identifier AG after your call sign if you are a technician class license and have a certificate of successful completion of examination, CSCE, for general class operator privileges, but the FCC has not yet posted your upgrade on its website? Correct answer is A alpha. Whenever you operate using general class frequency privileges, you must add a temporary identifier to your call sign so that stations receiving your transmissions can verify that you are authorized to transmit on that frequency. If a temporary identifier were not used between the time you pass your exam and the time at which your new privileges appear in the FCC database, it would appear that you were transmitting on a frequency for which you were not authorized. When you upgrade to extra class, you will append temporary AC to your call sign. 97.119F2, General Class License Manual, page 3-5. Those of you who use RTTY already should know the correct answer to this next question by heart. What is the most common frequency shift for RTTY emissions in the after HF bands? A, 85 Hertz, B, 170 Hertz, C, 425 Hertz, D, 850 Hertz. What is the most common frequency shift for RTTY emissions in the amateur HF bands? A, 85 Hertz, B, 170 Hertz, C, 425 Hertz, D, 850 Hertz. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
KD9MED is going to guess 850 hertz.
Thanks, Kerry, but sorry, that's not correct. Hey, nice try anyway. We're all doing this in fun. Anybody else want to give it a shot? Okay. What is the most common frequency shift for RTTY emissions in the amateur HF bands? Correct answer is B Bravo, 170 Hertz. Well, we'll skip the discussion. We'll move on to another question here. All right. Oh, I just read that question. I want to read it again. Okay. Okay. What type of propagation allows signals to be heard in the transmitting station's skip zone? A, Faraday rotation, B, scatter, C, corridor hop, D, short path. What type of propagation allows signals to be heard in the transmitting station's skip zone? A, Faraday rotation, B, scatter, C, cordial hop, D, short path. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KD9MED. My impression is that most of the time it's short path, but not always. But most of the time, delta.
Well, Gary, I'll tell you what. Sorry, that's not correct. Hey, nice try anyway, Gary. Don't feel bad. This is not final exams, like you were back in school or anything like that. So this is all in fun. Okay. Anybody else want to give it a shot? Okay, I'll read the question. I'll give the correct answer. What type of propagation allows signals to be heard in the transmitting station's skip zone? Well, the correct answer is B Bravo, scatter. The area between the farthest reach of ground wave propagation and the point where signals are refracted back from the ionosphere or skywave propagation is called the skip zone. Since some of the transmitted signal is scattered in the atmosphere, communication may be possible in the skip zone by the use of scatter signals. General Class License Manual, page 8-12. Okay, one moment, please. All right, I'm going to give you all a break. I'm not going to read any tower questions this week, so you guys get a break from that. Okay, we're going to move on to the extra portion. We'll see how many know your stuff on this one. Myself, you know what? I think I decided. I think I'm just going to stay at general class. I'm not going to bother with the extra stuff. So we'll just The last time I talked on HF was when we had the 13 counties. I've not talked on HF since, although I've been scanning the bands, I've been listening. So that's about it. Okay. This question is from the extra Q&A. Which of the following signal paths is most likely to experience high levels of absorption when the A index or K index is elevated? A, transequatorial. B, polar. C, sporadic E. D, NVIS. Which of the following signal paths is most likely to experience high levels of absorption when the A index or K index is elevated? A, transequatorial. B, polar. C, sporadic E. D, NVIS. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KB9SSV, we're going to take a stab at it and go with C, Charlie.
Okay. Well, sorry, Mike, that's not correct, but hey, thanks for trying anyway. Like I said, this is not final exams like it used to be when you were in high school, so that's okay. Anybody, thanks for trying. Anybody else want to give it a shot? Okay, I'll read the question, I'll give the correct answer. Which of the following signal paths is most likely to experience high levels of absorption when the A index or K index is elevated? Correct answer is B, Bravo, polar. Paths that go near or through the auroral regions near the magnetic poles are the most sensitive to disruption of the geomagnetic field. Extra class license manual page 10-8. Okay. I'm not going to read that question. That question really belongs in the technician's portion, so we'll skip the... all right. Okay. Okay. Which of the following geographic descriptions approximately describes line A? A, a line roughly parallel to and south of the border between the U.S. and Canada. B, a line roughly parallel to and west of the U.S. Atlantic coastline. C, a line roughly parallel to and north of the border between the U.S. and Mexico. D, a line roughly parallel to and east of the U.S. Pacific coastline. Which of the following geographic descriptions approximately describes line A? A, a line roughly parallel to and south of the border between the U.S. and Canada. B, a line roughly parallel to and west of the U.S. Atlantic coast. C, a line roughly parallel to and north of the border between the U.S. and Mexico. D, a line roughly parallel to and east of the U.S. Pacific coastline. Anybody correct to answer this question?
The KB9SSV, I'm going to go with A, Alpha.
Okay, Mike, good. You are correct, Mike. You are correct. Which of the following geographic descriptions approximately describes line A? Correct answer is A, Alpha. A line roughly parallel to and south of the border between U.S. and Canada. If you operate on the 70-centimeter band in the northern states, you need to know about line A, which parallels the U.S.-Canadian border. Line A exists to protect Canadian UHF non-amateurs using the 420 to 430 megahertz band from interference by U.S. amateur signals. The rules say no amateur station shall interfere. The rules say no amateur station shall transmit from north of line A in the 420 to 430 megahertz segment. 97.3 extra class license manual page 319. Okay. Let's Okay, I'm going to read the next one. Amateur stations may not transmit in which of the following... Oh, I'm going to skip that. I'm going to skip that question. Okay. Ah, boy. Some of these questions really belong to the technicians for, so I'm going to skip those. One moment, please. Okay. Which of these emission modes is best for auroral propagation? A, CW, B, SSB, C, FM, D, Rtty or Rtty. Which of these emission modes is best for auroral propagation? A, CW, B, SSB, C, FM, D, Rtty or Rtty. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
KB9SSV A Alpha.
You are correct, Mike. You are correct. Which of these emission modes is best for auroral propagation? Correct answer is A alpha CW. Auroral results from a large-scale interaction between the magnetic field of the Earth and electrically charged particles arriving from the Sun. Signals received by auroral propagation are badly distorted because of the erratic nature of reflection from the auroral region. For that reason, CW is the most effective mode for auroral work. While SSB may be usable at 6 meters when signals are strong and the operator speaks slowly and distinctly, it is rarely usable at 2 meters or higher frequencies. Extra class license badge page 10-14. Okay. Okay. Just a minute. We'll find something here. Okay. I don't know how many of you work slow scan TV, but any of you do, you should know the answer to this next question by heart. What aspect of an analog slow scan television signal encodes the brightness of the picture? A, tone frequency. B, tone amplitude. C, sync amplitude. D, sync frequency. What aspect of an analog slow scan television signal encodes the brightness of the picture? A, tone frequency. B, tone amplitude. C, sync amplitude. D, sync frequency. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
K9MED. I'm going to guess at this, Jimmy, and say B Bravo. It's the tone.
Well, I'll tell you what. Sorry about that, Mike, but that's not correct. But thanks for trying. Anybody else want to give it a shot? Okay, I'll read the question and give the correct answer. What aspect of an analog slow scan television signal encodes the brightness of the picture? Correct answer is A alpha, tone frequency. Because HF signals experience frequent fading, amplitude is not used to encode the SSTV signal. Frequency of the received tones is unaffected by fading, however, and can be used to encode brightness or any control function of the signal. Extra class license manual page 8-23. Okay, I'm going to read, let's see. I think we're going to read one more question on this extra class, and I think we'll call it quits for this week as far as the trivia segment goes. Let's see if I can find the right... All right. Those of you who have emergency backup generators should know the correct answer to this one by heart. How may dangerous levels of carbon monoxide from the emergency generator be detected? A, by the odor. B, only with a carbon monoxide detector. C, any ordinary smoke detector can be used. D, by the yellowish appearance of the gas. How may dangerous levels of carbon monoxide from an emergency generator be detected? A, by the odor. B, only with a carbon monoxide detector. C, any ordinary smoke detector can be used. D, by the yellowish appearance of the gas. And anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9MED says B, Bravo. And also, if your generator is blowing out yellow smoke, that's not right. It should be green. KD9MED.
Okay, Gary, you are correct. You are correct. How may dangerous levels of carbon monoxide from the emergency generator be detected? Correct answer is B, Bravo, only with a carbon monoxide detector. Since carbon monoxide, or CO, is odorless and colorless, the only way to detect it is with a carbon monoxide detector. Similar to a smoke detector in appearance, CO detectors sound an alarm when unsafe concentrations of CO are present. Extra class license manual, page 11-2. That concludes Friday Night Fun Net Trivia for this week. We'll do this again next week. And I'm still looking for the new copy of the ARRL Tech Q&A book. If you want to spend some money, contact ARRL and order that book. You can mail it to me. My mailing address is 320 North Harlem Avenue, apartment 606, Freeport, Illinois 61032. 320 North Harlem Avenue, apartment 606, Freeport, Illinois 61032. Okay, do we have any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please call now.
This is KD9 Victor Papa Bravo, late check-in.
You're never too early and you're never too late to be worthy of checking into the Friday Night Fun Net. KD9 let's do that right. Kilo Delta 9, Victor Papa Bravo, the new kid on the block there. So, okay, Matt. We're having our annual cruise night in downtown Freeport tomorrow night. Tonight, I'm asking everybody, what is the time car are you driving now? What kind of car did you drive back when you were in high school?
Back in high school was a 68 VW Bug, and I got a new Toyota 4Runner.
Okay, Matt, sounds good. Hey, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Don't worry about being late. We usually don't get done till after 10 o'clock. For the past 2 weeks, and I can't even talk. For the last 2 Friday nights, we've concluded the net at exactly 10:05 p.m. So we might go longer, and the bands might be open tonight. I was hoping I'd probably get more check-ins. So far, I've had 22 check-ins. There were some other repeaters trying to get in there. So, okay, Matt, sounds good. Have you made any more contacts since you got your license about a week ago?
No, I was on the Monroe chat. I think you were on there, Jimmy. And then I got my first radiogram from Frank down in Amboy. He picked it up for me from, I don't have the call sign now, but somebody up in Nova Scotia.
Yeah, I heard you checking the Monroe net last Sunday night. Yeah, Scott K9YI. He usually checks into this net, but I haven't heard him as of yet there, so he's probably got company. He'll probably be late checking in. So, okay, Matt. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying this wonderful hobby of amateur radio. You have a good evening, and we'll talk to you down the line. Okay, at this time, any more stations you want to check the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to give a rundown of all the other nets that we have in the area. Let me get my papers straightened out. Okay, in about 45 or 44 minutes, if you're able to pick up the 443.750 repeater in Chicago, that's a PL 114.8 plus offset, you can also get in via the Echo Link. The night watch will be getting underway. That net runs 7 nights a week. For the last 2 nights, the signals were great. I was able to check in to that net last night. They have 7 different net control stations. Again, that net runs 7 nights a week. Last night, they got done just after 11 o'clock, but sometimes they run longer than that, to an hour and a half, up to 2 hours. Again, that net is located on the 443.750 repeater in Chicago. The PL 114.8 minus offset, plus offset, I should say. And it's the night watch net. It gets underway at tonight at 10 o'clock and every night of the week at 10 o'clock. Oh, 9 degrees in 1918 and 44 degrees in 1967. That's the record high and low. I'm watching the news on Channel 39. Today's high got up to 71 degrees. Okay, that's enough of that. Tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. on the 146.610 repeater, the Saturday evening rag-chew net. Let's see, Larry, K9KZT will be the net control station tomorrow night. I will not be able to check in because I'll be downtown at cruise night, but I'll have my HC with you. I'll see if I can, at least I'll be able to hear the net. So we'll see what happens. We go around and talk about different subjects and the different topics and what have you. Again, Saturday evening rag-chew net, tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. on this repeater. At 9 p.m. on Saturdays, if you're able to pick up the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee, PL 1 of 127.3 minus offset, they have the Saturday night fun net. That net is a lot more structured than this one, you got to check in certain ways, A through G, H through N. Well, that's a kind of an example. That's not the right way, but I'm saying this, but that's how it's done. Some of the topics they talk about, I wouldn't even dream of breaking them up on this net. But if you want to tune in and listen to Saturday Night Fun Net, tomorrow evening at 9 p.m., it's on the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee, the PL 127.3 minus offset. Actually, that repeater is located in New Berlin, Wisconsin. Then Sunday evenings at 7:30 p.m., we got the Greene County Aries Races net on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe. That has a PL of 123.0 minus offset. Scott K9YI in Monroe is net control of that net. It's a combination of Aries Races and a rag-chew net. Yeah, you should be checking in pretty soon there. Also, Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. on the the Big Thunder Amps Radio Club net in Belvedere. That meets on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere. That has a PL of 100.0 minus plus offset. Also, the Whiteside County Aries Races group meets at 8 p.m. Sundays on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling, a PL 114.8 minus offset. Then Monday evening, let me reset. Monday evening at 7 p.m. on this repeater, we have the weekly Monday Night Rah-Rah Info Net. Larry K9KZT and I share the duties of net control. I ran the net this past Monday, and you'll do it this coming Monday night. I think we had a total of 6 or 7 check-ins that night. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah. Tuesday, Monday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon. That has a PL 82.5 minus offset. The Lee County Areas Racing Group holds its Monday evening net. And we found that one at 8 p.m. on the 8:30 p.m. I should say, on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb with the PL 100.0 minus offset. The Kishwaukee Amp Radio Club holds its Monday evening net. I don't know if that was our repeater ID going off or another repeater, but I'm going to be on the safe side. This is K9G Star, the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central here in Freeport. Oh, I almost forgot. I got to mention this. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. on the 147.195 repeater, I will be hosting the Rockford portion of the Illinois Region 1, the bi-monthly hospital radio system test. This is something we do on the second Saturday of the even-numbered months. We have a lot of people go to different hospitals that have ham radio equipment. We find out if the hospital radio equipment is working properly. We also have hams that check in from their home base. And see, I will be running the net here at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning on the 195 repeater. Then after that's done, I'll switch over to the 147.165 repeater in Oregon. PL 146.2 plus offset. And Lloyd, KB9APW or Frank N9JWI will assume the net. And after that's done, they will switch the net over to the 146.970 repeater in Dixon, the PL of 82.5 minus offset. Lloyd, KB9APW is EC for Whiteside County. He's also EC for IEMA Region District 2. So that's what's going to happen tomorrow. So that's what's going to happen tomorrow morning. Now, back to the other nets. Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. on the 147.195 repeater. We have the first of the two health and tech nets. Larry, H9GO, and Roxon is the net control of the Tuesday evening net, and I'm the net control of the Thursday evening net. Both nets are held at 7 p.m. on the 147.195 repeater. We ask everybody how they're doing health-wise, if they have any technical questions. I also want to mention that Larry, K9KCT has CW practice immediately following the Monday, the rah-rah info net, and the Tuesday and Thursday health and the tech nets. Also Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville, PL 123.0 minus offset. The Rock County Aries Racing's net is held. Then at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon, the PL 146.2 plus offset, the Ogle County Amp Radio net for area Skywarn meet. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. here in Freeport on 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. We have the Stevenson County, weekly Stevenson County Aries net. I'm the net control of that net. And also at 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater in Beloit, PL 123.0 minus offset. Your greater Beloit amateur radio club holds its Wednesday evening net. After that, at 8 p.m., you're in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. We have our Wednesday evening swap net. Mel K9RFD, the trustee of the 39 repeater, and I share the duties of net control. Mel brings us the amateur radio news line, 15-minute independent news broadcast of one entire day amateur radio. Then I already mentioned the Thursday evening health and tech net at 7 p.m. on the 195 repeater with yours truly. The senile net is held every day, Monday through Friday from 1400 to 1500 hours Zulu on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband with chunks. WD9MED is your net control station. Okay, you're up to date on your local nets. Support your local net control operators, your local nets, your local ham radio clubs, and if you're a member of any ham radio club, by all means support your local clubs and support your local repeaters too. Okay, at this time we have 8 more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun net. Please call now.
Here. David, Roy, no traffic.
AK9F, Dave and Boyd, is that you? Your signal's really breaking. Try that again.
Yes, it was me. Again, AK9F. I'm on the northeast side of Beloit, mobile.
Okay, Dave, I've got you checked in. In honor of our cruise night tomorrow night in downtown Freeport, I'm asking everybody what is your favorite, what kind of car you're driving now, and what kind of car did you drive back when you were in high school?
I did not get a car until I graduated from high school and went to college back then. And I'm now driving Hyundai.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good there. Okay, Dave, I'll let you go so you can concentrate on your driving. Thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Okay, 8 more stations you want to check in. Please call now. Okay, those of you who are a certain age who are listening, I'm sure you remember the late great Swede Clark. He used to run, I think, with a Courtesy Auto Sales there, and I believe it was in a Love Spark. He, every Friday and Saturday night there, during the late night at 10:30 or 11 o'clock, they'd have the Friday night, Saturday night movies. He'd be on there. He'd be advertising. He'd say, we got a 1961 Buick with the radio, TV, white wall tires, and the windshield wipers and what have you. $300 down and what have you. You remember that guy? I sure do. He was something else. Let's see, some of the other, oh yeah, I'm sure those of you in Rockford remember Humphrey, Cadillac, and Knowles. They used to do a lot of advertising, local advertising there too on the TV. Okay, any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now. This is K9G Star with the Friday Night Fun net of the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. Transferring for Friday Night Fun at Center and Freeport. Do we have any more stations I'd like to check in? Please call now. Okay, let me tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Contact Ricky WX9RLT or Brad Smith. God, I forget his call, but he's changed them so many times, it's pathetic. They are in charge of the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. You see updated pictures of my ham shack, you see pertinent information about the Friday Night Fun Net, and you even see weather information. A reminder, this net is being recorded for future rebroadcasts on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. And you can listen to this net when it's posted. After it's posted, I should say, you can listen to last week's net. We were talking about county fairs or past editions of the Friday Night Fun Net. Listen to the Friday Night Fun Net all day, every day, or all night, every night. With the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page, every night is Friday night. Go to Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page, follow the instructions, and you're in business. Oh, I don't know what happened there. So, also, I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline, area code 815-232-FN-FN, 232-3636. The local Freeport number, you heard it ring tonight during this net. That was a John KC90 Evan Elgin that checked it. He wasn't able to hear the repeater very well. Did you hear that telephone ring? That's a real, genuine telephone ring, folks, not that phony baloney cell phone ring. You've seen pictures of it on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. It's a traditional red desktop, touch-tone telephone. So, okay. Again, this repeater is located in Rockford, Illinois. This repeater is a BL 114.8 minus offset. I'll take check-ins from anywhere in Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, Iowa, or Minnesota. We got good band conditions tonight. Any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, I'll tell you what. I haven't done this for a while. We're gonna do the Amper's code. Number one, the Amper is considerate. He never knowingly uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasure of others. 2, the Amper is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and the American Radio Relay League to which amateur radio is represented. 3, the amateur is progressive. He keeps his station abreast of science. It is well-built and efficient. His operating practice is above reproach. 4, the amateur is friendly. Slow and patient sending when requested. Friendly advice and constantly beginner. Kindly assistance, cooperation, and consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the amateur spirit. 5, the amateur is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows us to interfere with any of his duties he holds in his home, his job, his school, or his community. And number 6, the amateur is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the amateur's code. As Tony and IRB used to say, some to live by not only on the radio but throughout life itself.
Over the place, working each other on simplex. There was a big gun station running 120 watts from Wisconsin. He was working Galesburg, and they were talking all over. And you know, it kind of stinks. I get to hear everybody else having fun, but
oh, the band's radio. I'm even picking up another repeater off in the distance. Okay. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
Play simplex right now.
Tell you that there is a VHF opening. There was a brother ham of mine that lives in Chile who shall remain nameless, and he sent what I thought was an image of the head.
Again, this repeater is located in Rockford, Illinois. This has a PL 114.8 minus offset. I'll take check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois. In Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, Minnesota, and Iowa. And 8 stations, all stations are welcome. Anybody wish to check in at this time, please call now.
Or Rob, that's... You guys are all the only ones that made Simplex 5.2 with, as I am usually just testing something.
Well, we haven't heard from Dean, K9FLO in Roscoe, or Scott, K9YI in Monroe. Hopefully they'll be checking in shortly. So, any more stations want to check in, please call now.
And you were coming through the little coffee shop, and and we didn't need to be on the repeater, and we got to, do a little 5.2 simplex locally, and that was good, John. Over. Dan, I remember that day vividly. If I remember correctly, it was first Tuesday. First Tuesday of, I can't remember what month that would be. That was like April or something like that, because I went over and filmed the siren test at the police station over there on the east side of town. And we talked, I hollered at you on Simplex from the coffee shop. You and I chewed that rag from the coffee shop in town to the west side of Eureka, almost to the Kruger grain elevator, before I lost you.
Are any of you hearing that other repeater?
Me and my Whippy station would, we might have fun. That's real good. And you know what, John? It sounds like you're a lot.
Oh, well, they're not bothering us, so we won't bother them. So, okay. Let me see. Just a minute. I'm going to find my Radio Nut joke book here. See if I can... see if we can read a couple of them here. Okay. Oh boy, come on, what's the matter with you? All right. Okay, this is number 9 of the 30 original Radio Nut jokes. You know you're a radio nut when you'd rather sell your family's TV and VCRs than give up the box of vacuum tubes you got at a bargain, even though 90% of them are dead. You know what? I think I read this last week. All right, this is number 14. You know you're a radio nut when going on vacation, the first thing you think about packing is your handhelds, chargers, scanners, and frequency book.
Was Mongo only pawn in the game of life? That's a quote from my favorite motion picture ever, Mel Brooks' Blazing Saddles. Hi.
Here's one. This is from Travis, K9EEZ, up in Green County, Wisconsin. You know you're a radio nut when your wife gets you to clean the house when she threatens to take your truck to the automatic car wash and see how many antennas it can take off. That's from Travis, K9EEZ. Here's one from Rob, NA9N, in New Forest, Wisconsin. You know you're a radio nut when your idea of a dream vacation is the expedition to North Korea.
Well, you know what, Brother John, thank you very kindly for the shout-out here. Hey, at least maybe I can make a few contacts on the repeater today, or tonight, rather.
Do we have any more stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
The antennas is working. God bless and take care, brother. Talk to you in a few, perhaps. KD9MED, N9WFT. Take care, buddy. Roger that, Dan. Just stand by 1 minute, and I'm just climbing the hill right now, going past the Farmdale Casey's. Give me 90 seconds, and I'll holler at you again. Stand by. Rob, I doubled with you. Go ahead, sir.
This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transferring from Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. Are there any more stations? I'd check in this time. Please call now.
Talker, there's probably a way to do that, over.
Yeah, roger that. I just looked up and saw the light, the bars bouncing on the radio. I didn't even know who was on here. I'm glad to hear John out.
Here's one. This is also from Rob, NE9N. You know you're on a radio nut when Jim Beam sounds like a fantastic antenna. If you have a homemade radio nut joke you want to pass along, give me a call on the radio, or give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central hotline, area code 815-232-FN-FN, 232-3636, the local Freeport number. The homemade radio nut jokes are better than the 30 original ones anyway.
Here, program, doing well. I know that you're real...
Kilo Charlie 9, Charlie Lima.
And 40 meter DXC.
KD9CFL. Good evening, Mom.
Over.
You got a couple of those mixed up. I'm close to DXCC. I'm close to POP.
K9CFL. How you doing, Jimmy?
40 meter worked off.
I'm doing fine, Mike. The question tonight, we're having our cruise night tomorrow night in downtown Freeport. I'm asking everybody what kind of car you're driving now, what kind of car did you drive back when you were in high school?
Pascal on 40.
Beautiful. Well, currently I'm driving 2012 Ram 1500 cab with tipping more model. So I wanted a big truck. When I was in high school, I drove a 69 Camaro SS that my biological father and I built. Had a Crazy Evo 2, had a HMK blower kit, 100 shot at top, 33 in the Wisconsin in the rear, 12-inch up front, 411 rear end. It was evil.
If John's climbed that hill yet.
Sounds good, Mike. Okay, hey. Thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening and enjoy your weekend.
Hey, Jimmy, thank you very much for hosting, and just out of curiosity, how long has it in the repeater?
Like you said,
Yeah, there's quite a bit of traffic. Band conditions are good tonight. I'm picking up another repeater. I was asking anybody within hearing distance of the repeater they want to check in. So far, I've not heard any distant stations check in as of yet.
KD9MED.
Yeah, I was just curious. I'm on an FT817, all band, all mode radio, and I'm only pumping 5 watts into my antenna, so I was just curious how I was making the repeater.
Hear from you, man. KD9DBQ.
Sounds good, Mike. Okay. Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun.
Yeah, I just...
Thanks a lot, Jimmy. K9CFL is out.
I was absolutely just tearing that rag up.
Okay. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun? That's it. Please call now.
Back in, and I jumped over 520 Simplex, hollered a few times, got no response, so I figured, well, I better come back here. Rob, no doubt on filling the 90 seconds there. I thought you were the filler, but I realized, you know, either one of you guys could fill it pretty good. What's new, buddy?
Not much, man. At the risk of leaving Dan.
Okay, I'll tell you what, does anybody have any questions, comments, or traffic or input they'd like to bring before the net?
Yes, I'll send you some pictures. Nothing else said.
Good deal, good deal. I can't wait. I'm looking forward. I'll go ahead and turn it over to Dan. N9WFT, go ahead.
When it, it ain't no big deal.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what. There being no further business, I'm not closing down the net yet. We're gonna wait a while. Wait to see if more stations that check in with band conditions. I'm hoping maybe some more some of these distant stations will check in. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run down the list of stations that have checked in so far. All the on-air check-ins. Well, except for a couple of hotline check-ins and internet check-ins. N9GBP, K9HKX, AE9VU, W9JTC, K9QVB, KD9EPC, K9UQL, K9QPL, K9KCT, K9MED, K89SSV, H9NW, K9MED, myself, K9GCR, net control.
Till I could lose them. And then...
K9RGG, W9GD, or late great Gene Duncan, or honorary check-in, KD9NKC, and KDC9DDF, John Elton, for checking the Friday Night Fun at hotline, and KF9SC Patrick, who checked in with Mike, K9MED, via the internet. N9CNW, KD9GDY, K9VPB, the new kid on the box, KK9F, and last but certainly not least, K9CFL. Let's see. I got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Well, let's see. 21 stations actually checked in. W9GD or honorary check in. K9DDF checked on the hotline, and KF9SC checked in via the internet. Grand total of 24 check-ins. Are there any more stations who want to check in? Please call on.
Plymouth series and all that. I mean, I'll tell you some stories about my job back when it was fun.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought I heard him talking about being a radio guy in the past, but hey, I figured out how to program scan on this Motorola.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep the net going, but we'll just hang around here and see how many stations actually check in. So I'll tell you what, it was a great net tonight. Great topic. Well, what kind of car did you drive when you were in high school? And well, what are you driving now? In honor of our cruise night, tomorrow night it starts at 4 p.m. with a car show. They're going to show old cars from the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, what have you. There'll be food vendors, souvenirs, knickknacks. There'll be a live band and food vendors. And there'll be a burnout contest at 7 o'clock. The cruise will take place from 7 to 9 p.m. They'll be traveling all over the city of Freeport.
Yeah, John. I'm taking turns.
So if you're not doing anything tomorrow evening, come on over to Freeport to help participate in the cruise night. By the way, I have not heard from George N9WSQ if we're going to have our monthly Repeater Association meeting tomorrow morning at the Freeport Public Library. But this would normally be the second Saturday of the month at 11 a.m. Freeport Public Library. We would have our monthly meeting, the Stevenson County Repeater Association, in the second floor conference room.
It's a big marathon plant down there.
So if you're not doing anything, if you don't know what to do tomorrow morning, come on over and stay for the cruise night. Like I said, I don't know. I haven't heard from George if we're going to have the meeting tomorrow morning or not. We'll wait and see what happens.
Or a temporary one at that.
Okay, hey, be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws. Be sure you tell your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, and your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell the clerk beyond the checkout counter at your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk beyond the counter at your convenience store. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, and your bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter at your post office when you go to buy stamps or envelopes. Be sure you tell the cashier at your local bank. Be sure you tell your stockbroker. Be sure you tell your members of your PTA or PTO.
In place a review.
Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your imams, or your ayatollahs. Be sure you tell your divorce lawyer. Be sure you tell your probation officer, your parole officer. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives. Your ex-in-laws, of course, your old ladies about the Friday night fun. The more check-ins, the better than that. Make sure you have a valid FCC license. We do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, body miles, crackheads, dopeheads, bondheads, telemarketers. If you take a knee or clench your fist when the national anthem is being played, we don't take your check-ins. If you don't back the bull, we don't take your check-ins. Plain and as simple as that. I forgot to mention, be sure you tell since we're talking about cars, be sure you tell your garage mechanics and those your specialists who work on your cars about the Friday night fun.
County, Delaware, up there.
Okay, at this time, are there any more stations who'd like to check in? Please call now.
Yeah, no, I really... KD9MED. 33, Kentland Fire.
The last station, I can tell you're mobile. There's a little flutter with your signal. Come back with your call, please.
It's one county east in Anne Arundel County, and they're on that open megahertz also. Both northern and southern districts are on that website. But yeah, I grew up. K9MED. Annapolis is a good listen also.
You want to try it? You want to try that one more time? AC9, come back with your call.
Go ahead, Dan.
Well, hey, listen, John, you take care. You and the wife have a great evening, and...
Kilo Delta 9, Victor Hotel.
Lift T clear with KD9MED, and back over to Rob.
K9 Victor Hotel. We've got you checked in. Sorry about that. I can tell you're mobile. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about cars. What kind of car are you driving now? What kind of car did you drive back when you were in high school?
KD9MED with KD9DBQ. I'll see if you have anything else.
Be good, guys. Thank you, Mo.
I'm on my HT, so I'm probably having a little trouble getting out and driving. My high school car was a 1984 Chevy Cavalier, 4-speed stick. Now I drive a Sierra 1500. Worse gas than that high school car gas.
Talked to a guy that was down there in...
Okay, sounds good. Okay, I better let you go. You can concentrate on your driving. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend, and thank you for checking into these Friday Night Fun Net.
And he was, he just came up out of the pool, and he was sitting there in his lounge.
Okay, at this time, are there any more stations you want to check in? Please call now.
Listen to 79, and then I had a chat on the 61 repeater with a guy with the, it was a call sign KD9VLQ Tad, and he had just come home from around North Carolina and all this and that, but man, I got to tell you, 20 has been so rough.
I was hoping that Dean, K9FLO, and Roscoe, and Scott, K9YI, and Monroe would check in, but I guess they're not going to check in. I just might put them down as an honorary check-in, so we'll see what happens. Any more stations want to check in, please call now. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do my honorary check-ins then. Okay. N9ARB, Tony. Our EC here in Stevenson County. I bet you he's going to be busy when you heard about the news of the Peck River, the Pecatonica River is on the rise again. So that's definitely not good news, especially on folks on the east side. Okay. I don't know if our age group is even going to be mobilized. We'll wait and see what happens. Okay. N9TAB. HC honorary change. We mustn't forget the beautiful Kitchwaukee River Yacht Club south of Rockford. 9 Silver Fox. Scott. HC honorary check-in. And let's see, K9FEO, Justin, HC honorary check-in. and one of the best guys in the whole world. He doesn't check in every Friday night, but he listens every Friday night. Richard, N9ZO in Belvedere, HC honorary check-in. In the next few weeks, you'll let us know about the prices for the Radio Expo coming up on Sunday, September 26th. Okay.
Flag with a big old,
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put down, let's see, K9FLO, HC honorary check-in. I guess he's not going to check in tonight, so I'll put him down as honorary check-in, and also KC9Y, HC honorary check-in. Okay?
Absolutely. You know what, they have...
Then we'll check in KD9LOA, Brandon, HC honorary check-in, and KD9OVJ, HC honorary check-in. Okay, 34 check-ins so far, overall.
That I did find the for the Navajo.
Okay, before I continue, do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
Special event. They were B-52 basic B-52.
Okay, continuing on. Let's see. AC9JZ, Mike, HC honorary check-in. Oh, yes. W9RLT, Ricky, HC honorary check-in. Well, let's see. W9KLG, HC honorary check-in. Okay.
First one I saw for.
We got 37 check-ins overall. Do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
Did I lose you? Don't tell me.
KD9EPZ trying to do a recheck, but you're intermittently falling below Metamora.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I think we'll be getting ready to close it down anyway. Good evening, Al. What's going on with you?
Not much. I've been sitting here trying to listen to what I could of the net. Like I say, the signal from the Metamora repeater is at times just stronger than the Rockford repeater. And they wipe you out. I guess they're busy over there tonight, too. And I don't know if they can hear us or not. But other than that, seem to be doing okay.
Okay, sounds good. We're talking about our cruise night, which is going to take place tomorrow night in downtown Freeport. And I'm asking everybody what kind of car. Well, of course, you haven't driven your car for years, and I know you were trying to get rid of your Jeep there or what have you. What kind of car did you drive back when you were in high school?
Well, actually, I didn't drive a car when I was in school, except some weekends. I was in boarding school during most of my high school years, so only time I drove was when my parents came up to visit. Then I drove their car. But after high school, I had I think my first car after high school was a 1970 Volkswagen.
Okay, sounds good. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, Al, thanks for checking in. As soon as I get there, I'm going to switch over to the night watch on 443275. Conditions were good. I was able to check in last night.
Yeah, I've been getting pretty tired by this time of night. I've been going to bed early, so I didn't really stay up to try to get on it.
WFT, I heard...
Okay, sounds good, Al. Listen, I'm going to let you go. I think I'm going to get ready to close down the net here. So you have a good night. We'll talk to you down the log, and thank you for checking in. Have a good evening.
Indoor antenna. I would not be here, and
This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net with W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at?
I'm still watching
lockdown
live, so
you're right. Lockdown in the Winnebago County Jail, yeah?
cluster and see what's out there.
You know what? Sure was good to talk to you. Great to talk to John. And you keep on racking them up.
Okay, any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
Board coming up real soon. And hear from Matt, because I ought to be right on that 600 or real close.
Okay, there was a station trying to check in. I cannot catch that. Come back one more time, please.
Okay, hey, listen, you take care, buddy. 9 WFT, good evening for now.
Is there anybody on there who can get a relay of that station? I cannot catch that. Try that one more time, please. Conditions are getting bad. Okay, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to move on here. Okay. N9NQD Arthur, we'll put him down in the center of the chicken. Okay, folks, I tell you what, I think we're just gonna go ahead and close down the net here. I want to thank everybody for checking in. It was a great net tonight. What kind of car are you driving now? What kind of car did you drive back when you were in high school? I do this every year on the eve of our annual cruise night here in Freeport. If you're not doing anything tomorrow night, come on over and help participate in the cruise night there. So, okay, I want to thank everybody for checking in. A total of 38 check-ins overall. So this is the last call for 8 stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. From anywhere in the region with drop traffic, please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchet Jaw. Okay, tune in again next week, same time, same repeater, for another edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Until then, this is Jim, K9GCR. Now closing down this Friday, August 12th, 2022 edition of the Friday Night Fun Net, and return the repeater and the frequency of normal and radio use at 10:04 p.m. Central Daylight Time. 3 hours, 4 minutes Zulu time, with a total of 38 seconds overall. 730, everybody, have a good evening, enjoy your weekend. This is K9GCR saying 730 to all, and to all, a good night. K9GCR be clear. Good night. KD9MED, KD9MED, K9GCR.
KD9MED.
Go ahead and post it. I had a 2-hour, 4-minute net. This is about the third week in a row we went for that long. 2-hour, 4-minute net with a total of 38 check-ins overall. Go ahead and post it.
All right, copy that, Jimmy. I'll go ahead and shut down the live stream. Get it posted. 9MED.
Other than Mike, thanks for all you do. We'll talk to you next Friday night.
All right, you too, Jim.
K9GCR. Good night.